12:54. Last day of the week. Tomorrow I'm going to go play Monopoly. It's going to be fantastic. But until then, Construction Stories Part 35. It's really weird having made 35 videos about one consecutive subject. I don't really know how I feel about it. But the fact that the quality of the videos is not very good, I don't know, man. It's just a give and take situation. Anyhow, Construction Stories Part 35. Let's go with Raining Men, if you know what I mean. So, they set up the cure on the walls, big cagey walls, and then they lined up little hoses around the walls, and little hoses squirt out water, which gets on the concrete that will eventually be poured, which makes the concrete cure better. So they did that. That was us who did that, but I personally didn't do it. That was Amber and Neil. They set it up, and then they tested it out by turning on the water, right? And so water just starts... And since it had been, like, not raining, it was kind of nice to have it dry once in a while. And then it just all got wet again, and so I'm like, yep. And so this guy walks in. He was in a few other ones, but it's... What's his name? His name is... There's Neil, and then there's... Sean? I don't know. I think it's Sean. Maybe Sean. He walks through the door, and he's like, "Oh, I'm all wet." And there's so many things you can do with that statement, so I was like, I've heard that before. And I know, I'm a bad person. But then he just let out this laugh that sounded like a chimp was choking on a carrot. It was ridiculous. He was like, and then just... walked away. I don't really know what to do with that. But another thing that happened is I was picking wire, right? And so you have everybody picks wire in one of the cells, and then, you know, you don't get all the wire the first time through. So you have people that go through again and make sure it's really, really clean. And that was what I was doing, since I'm kind of halfway OCD about getting things clean when I'm actually getting paid to clean them, or when I'm really interested in getting them clean. So, I was picking wire, and then I went out to go get, like, a bucket or a flashlight or something, and I come back in, and Matt, one of the people who was supervising the project, was at my bucket, and he was picking wire, and I was like, "Matt, what are you doing here?" And he's like, "What? I'm picking wire." And I just started yelling at him. I don't know why, but I was like, oh, that's what I said. Yeah, the gloves. When you do something, when you do any activity, you have to fill out a hazard analysis form, okay? That hazard analysis analyzes the hazards. Science. And so, the thing for picking tie wire is you're like, gotta be careful where you step, you gotta watch out for overhead work, you gotta watch out for tie wire pokes, because the wire is like this rusty wire that can just stab right through your skin. And so you're supposed to wear these certain types of gloves that's made out of Kevlar, and they're called Cutlass. And I think I got poked today, but it doesn't matter. So I start yelling at him. I go, "Matt, what are you doing here?" "Oh, I'm just picking wire." "You can't pick wire. You're not wearing the proper PPE." "What? I'm wearing gloves. What are you talking about? You need to be wearing Cutlass gloves, baby. Those are ThermaFit." And he's like, "What? Oh, no." And then one of the carpenters walks by and he's like, "Get him! Get him!" "Ah, yeah." And it was just really funny because I just was railing on him for not having the right protection. Because, I mean, that's what we're supposed to do. But it was just funny because he was like a supervisor or whatever. And yeah, I might get fired. I'm not going to get fired. It was pretty fun tonight, though. I was pretty, I don't know, grouchy during the first half. But then I was just like, I'm picking wire. And this is just fine. I don't even care. And yeah. Another thing was the guy who checks the pontoons, checks the cells to see if they're clean enough to be bought off so that they can get poured in. He was pretty cool. And he had these boots. Oh, these boots. They were like this, but then they went like all all the way up to here. And, like, they were laced. None of that zipper crap. They were laced all the way up to his freaking knee. And I was like, where'd you get those? He's, oh, man, I've had them for a long time, but they're called Westco logging boots. And I'm like, and they're like $300-$400, but I'm gonna get a pair someday because they are gnarly. They're so good looking, and they're so like leathery, and you could climb a mountain in those. And I'm gonna get a pair someday. I'm gonna go take a shower, go to sleep. You have a wonderful night.